Let me take you on a little adventure. If you're like me and you cannot resist a good garage sale or rummage shop bargain, you'll appreciate this little story. The story I'm about to share with you started with a vinyl record I picked up from a cat lady resale shop, and that album is called Claudine. I was shifting through crates of old records, and I found this album with this classic late 60s, early 70s soft glow cover art, and I was so excited by the find. I took it up to the register, and that's when the cashier dropped a bombshell. Claudine, she killed her boyfriend. And I was stunned. Yeah, she got away with it. She had a good voice, but after the whole thing, she kind of disappeared, the cashier told me. And of course she disappeared. I mean, I was thinking, and just like that, my simple little find turned into a deep dive into the life and music of Claudine. Claudine was a French-American singer whose album, Claudine, this album right here, was certified platinum, sold over 500,000 copies. She was pretty much discovered by Herb Alpert, who also discovered the Carpenters, one of my all-time favorites. So here's how it went down. Claudine was quite the name in her day. She was married to another record crate vintage store find, Andy Williams. You will always find an Andy Williams record at your local Goodwill on any day of the week, no matter what. So they tied the knot when she was about 18, and they had 3 kids, and they stayed married for about 15 years. They got divorced in 1975. So Claudine started dating a man named Spider, a very, very prominent ski racer. So Spider, he's not your average guy. He's a top alpine ski racer. His real name was Vladimir Savich. He was a real standout on the slopes. He competed in the 1968 Winter Olympics. His nickname, Spider, came from his dad, who gave him the name Spider because he was born with super skinny arms and legs. So on March 21st, 1976, poor Spider, his life took a tragic turn. He was shot and killed at his Aspen home by his girlfriend, by Claudine. She claimed that the gun went off by accident when Spider was showing her how the gun worked. And of course, at the time, the whole thing was kind of like the O.J. Simpson trial. It turned into a media circus. And this is when things get crazy. Okay, so Claudine's ex-husband, singer Andy Williams, was a key player in all of this. He stood by Claudine through the trial. He covered her legal bills. He drove her to court every day. Williams, told the public and the press that, he still cared about her, mother of his kids, even though their marriage was over. So the local authorities made a couple of big blunders. They took Claudine's blood samples and confiscated her diary without proper warrants. The blood test showed cocaine, and the diary seemed to contradict her story about her relationship with Spider, saying everything was peachy, she was in love with him. It was actually showing there was a lot of conflict. Claudine said the gun went off when Spider was showing her how to fire it. However, he was shot in the back instead of the front, so that contradicts that claim. Despite this, the jury found Claudine guilty of negligent homicide. She ended up with a tiny fine and a 30-day jail sentence, which she served mostly on weekends to be with her kids. And just so you know, the scandal didn't end there. So after serving her time, Claudine went on vacation with her defense attorney, Ronald D. Austin. And he was married at the time. Claudine eventually tied the knot with Austin, and they settled down quietly in Aspen. And to this day, they are still living a low-key life in the fancy Colorado town. Spider's family tried to take Claudine to court again, but they settled the civil case privately with the agreement that Claudine would never talk about the shooting or the settlement. So it's fascinating how this little item I picked up and was drawn to led me to this story that connected all these other musicians often found in the record crates at resale shops. Who knew that Herb Alpert, Andy Williams, and Claudine all had connections to this weird story? That is the story of Claudine and this album. Let me know what you think of her music.